The former Soviet Union covered 1/6 of the Earth's land surface. It contained 15 republics, hundreds of ethnic groups, thousands of years of history, and some of the most extraordinary landscapes and ancient cities on the planet. In 1991, it dissolved. And most travelers still haven't realized what opened up. This is a ranking of the 7 best former Soviet countries for solo travelers, ranked by the combination of experience quality, accessibility, and value for money. Number 7. Moldova. Moldova is the cheapest country in Europe, not by a small margin, but dramatically so. A week of comfortable travel here costs less than a single night in a Paris hotel. The capital Chisinau is fascinating in its Soviet time capsule quality. The wine, from one of the world's most ancient winemaking traditions, is extraordinary and costs almost nothing. The real reason Moldova makes this list is Transnistria, a breakaway state that officially doesn't exist, still operating with Soviet iconography and its own currency, where you can walk through a slice of 1985 that somehow survived. There is nowhere else on Earth like it. Moldova is for travelers who want to feel genuinely off the beaten path within Europe. Number 6. Armenia. Armenia was the first country in the world to adopt Christianity, and the landscape shows it, over 3,000 medieval monasteries carved into cliff faces, set in narrow gorges, perched above river valleys, many of them still active after 1,500 years of continuous use. Yerevan is one of the warmest and most livable cities in the Caucasus. The brandy is world famous for good reason. The view of Ararat from the city, the mountain that is Armenia's national symbol, now in Turkey, is one of the most emotionally loaded landscapes in the region. And almost no one goes. The monasteries are empty on weekdays. The canyons are quiet. This is disappearing fast. Number 5. Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is the country with the most surprises per square kilometer in this entire series. A medieval walled old city surrounded by glass skyscrapers shaped like flames. Natural gas fires that have been burning for 4,000 years. Mud volcanoes that look like the surface of Mars. An F1 street circuit through a UNESCO heritage site. Baku is extraordinary, a city that doesn't fit into any easy category. The geological sites outside the city are unlike anything in the world. And the e-visa is straightforward, the food is excellent, and the cost is manageable. Azerbaijan rewards travelers who like the genuinely unexpected. Number 4. Tajikistan. Tajikistan is the hardest country in this series and the most rewarding for the right traveler. 93% mountains. The Pamir Highway, one of the greatest road journeys on Earth. The Wakhan Corridor, where you can see Afghanistan across a river. High-altitude lakes with no names. Villages where the nearest town is a day's drive on rough roads. Everything here requires more effort than the other countries on this list. The visa is more complex, the infrastructure is more basic, the distances are greater. But the experience, driving across the roof of the world at 4,000 meters, is completely unlike anything else available in this region. Tajikistan is for travelers who have run out of easy options and want something genuinely extreme. Number 3. Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan has the best mountains, the best trekking, and the most intact nomadic culture in Central Asia. 94% of the country is above 900 meters. The Tian Shan range contains peaks above 7,000 meters. The trails connect remote valleys where wild horses outnumber humans. Staying with nomadic families in yurts on high-altitude summer pastures, for $15 to $25 per night including all meals, is one of the most authentic cultural experiences available anywhere in the world at any price. And it's visa-free for most nationalities, extremely affordable, and reachable from Istanbul in 4 hours. Kyrgyzstan is the hidden mountain destination of Central Asia. It will not stay hidden much longer. Number 2. Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan has Samarkand. That alone would be enough. But it also has Bokhara, one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in Central Asia, with mud brick architecture and a medieval minaret that even Genghis Khan refused to destroy. And Khiva, a perfectly preserved walled city in the desert that looks more like a film set than a real place. The Silk Road is not an abstraction in Uzbekistan. It's a collection of actual cities, still standing, where the trade routes that connected China to Rome passed through for 1,000 years. Walking through Samarkand's Registan Square, 3 massive madrasas covered in turquoise tile, is one of the genuinely great travel experiences in the world. And it costs almost nothing. A full week covering 3 Silk Road cities runs to $200 total. Number 1. Georgia. Georgia tops this list because it does everything well. The capital Tbilisi is one of the most beautiful and most livable cities in the Caucasus, with carved wooden balconies, sulfur bathhouses, and a wine culture going back 8,000 years. The mountains in Kazbegi are among the most dramatic in the region. The food, kinkali, khachapuri, church kila, is extraordinary. The people are renowned for their hospitality. It's also the most accessible. Visa-free for a full year for most nationalities. Well-connected by air. Well-developed tourism infrastructure that doesn't overwhelm the authentic character of the country. And it's the natural gateway to Armenia, Azerbaijan, and the broader post-Soviet region. If you're new to this part of the world, Georgia is where you start. This has been the complete series, 7 countries, each extraordinary in different ways, most of them almost completely unknown to the international travelers who are spending their vacations in the same dozen European cities year after year. The former Soviet world is vast, diverse, and almost completely open to solo travelers willing to look beyond the obvious destinations. Subscribe. We're just getting started.